Hi, everybody. Janet Eichhorst here. Welcome to episode 23. What are we going to talk about today? Ooh, I'm excited about this one. We are going to what if in a positive way, like I talked about in episode 21, I believe. What if we were able to live, create, experience in this world in a way that we weren't affected by our projections, that we weren't affected negatively by our conditioning, that we could see ourselves and other people for who they really are and what is actually happening. Doesn't that sound great? Let's do that today. Let's increase our ability to be here, clearer, more aware in our presence without having stuff in the way. It's like cleaning the windshield of your car after you've gone through a bug storm. Like we're all living in this giant bug storm of a world where there's all these things that are obstructing or distorting our view, right? So let's have a conversation about that and let's energetically support you in shifting. I'm feeling a little silly today so that you don't have to do that anymore. So let's just consider how we are all living in our own reality. We know this, right? But just open up your mind and your sensory abilities and your dimensional capacity right now to know this even better and deeper and to see how not honoring how we're all different and unique in our expression and our experience has gotten in the way of us living with honor and respect and in unity consciousness where we can disagree and not have it affect us, right? We all have our own conditioning. We all have our own traumas that haven't been resolved. We all have our own blind spots. And if you want to test this theory that we're living in our different universe, if you happen to have a sibling, talk to them about your childhood, some event that happened. And you'll see that you probably didn't have the same experience, even though you were both there at the same time. And this can be true of many different events, whether it's if you don't have any siblings, what about people you grew up with? What about people that you worked with? What about people that you even went to an event with? And just compare your experiences. And I know sometimes when I've supported people that we end up talking about the very same event. If I didn't know, because I'll talk to two different people, right? Same event, and they had an interaction with each other. I talked to this person and I talked to this person. And if I didn't know any better, I wouldn't think we were talking about the same event because the perceptions are so different. Let's all take a breath on that. Oh, wow, I'm feeling a lot of emotion right now coming up. Just allow yourself to be present to whatever is happening for you right now. When we come to this true realization that we're all really showing up and doing the best we can, even though that looks pretty awful sometimes, people's behavior, deep down underneath it, in the true essence of our spark, we don't want to cause anybody else harm. You know, that expression, they know not what they do. I know I've done that. And I've done unkind things to people, and I don't feel good about it. Right? And I've caused hurt and harm. And I clean that up as much as I can. And sometimes I have a really great experience of something, and somebody else may not. Right? And all of that gets honored. True unity consciousness is learning how to work with each other, to honor each other, to talk to each other with that level of true honor and respect. unconditional love at the core. So we're all living in our own little world. And that means that I've assigned roles to people, and I don't even know that I've done it a lot of times. My expectations that somebody is going to behave in a certain way really does have an effect on what happens for me. We assign people roles. And if we have anything that limits ourselves, beliefs, conditioning, traumas, if we have anything that limits our pure essence, that unconditional love that comes through us as us, we project that outward on other people. I know we know this, and what we're doing is exploring this to clean it up. Those pathways in my mind that take what has happened and project them outward into this is what's going to happen in the future. Let's erase those. Like a giant eraser and say, oh, mind, I want to be here now. So how do we do that? We live truly from the core of our insides, from the inside out, but from that core. So we get much better at determining when we are tempted or are projecting on somebody else. Don't you hate that when somebody does that to you? You're like, I'm right here. I didn't say that. That's not what I meant, right? And somebody else is so invested in it. And in those moments, if I'm on my spiritual beam, I love that expression. I don't know why it resonates with me, but I'm sure you have your own experience or expression for that, whether you're centered, whether you're just present, peaceful, relaxed on the inside. When I have that bigger aspect of me, that God presence that's always here and surrounds me, my human experience is within that field of this greater presence of me. And when I have access to that enough and remember that this is who I truly am, then I can have compassion for another. And even if I have an inward response, I cannot act on it. All right? I can just breathe through it and say, whoa, there's a response there. I wonder what that's about. You can transform it sometimes instantly, boom, and sometimes it requires a little bit of unpacking to see what's beneath there. Right? So I want to assign people good roles. I want to live in such a way where I get to experience people's best selves. And if we have that expectation, watch what happens. If you're not expecting people's best selves, look to see how that works and then flip it. Focus on the light that they are, even if they're saying stuff that's not congruent with that, and see how that changes your experience of them. At heart, we all really want we want kind of the same things, right? We all want a good life. And that means that people aren't projected on me and I'm not projected on them. And it was interesting. I was having a conversation with my neighbors here in my apartment complex. When my dog Gracie and I go out in the morning, she's a very social dog. And I'm social too, but her social needs in the morning, she just looks so forward to interacting with everybody. So we're walking and she's looking to see who's out on their porches. And, even the UPS guy comes by and she's like, oh, I want to say hi to him too, right? She's like very social and it's very fun. And so we were having a conversation today, me and two of my neighbors. And it was interesting because we got into politics. We got into watching the news cycle. We got into talking about some things that could be controversial. And we also talked about how important community is, how we get to stick together. And that's true whether somebody's projecting stuff on me or not. And I know they have other views than I do or different views. And I know we don't agree on anything. And we talked about that. How cool it is to agree to disagree. And that doesn't mean that we don't have that community vibe foundationally. And we do, like, there's, those of us that talk, like, we watch out for each other and we know what's happening. There's some people here that sit out on their porch a lot. And we share information, not in a gossipy sort of way, right? But that's what love is. That's where no matter if I have projections or other people have projections, we don't have to let that get in the way. And we get to support and uplift each other in whatever way that is. I've had some very deep conversations with people here that I don't even know very well. And this happens to me generally in my life. I can have some very involved and deep conversations where I can be out of myself enough, whatever my patterning is, to be present to another so I can see them for who they are in that moment. That's what I want. And that's what I want for you too. There's freedom in that. Freedom. It's powerful. Unity consciousness is real and it's a thing that we can have. And this is the micro of the macro. If I can't find a way, discover a way to interact with my community in a healthy manner, whether we agree or not, whether we have projections or not, then how the heck do I expect the world to do that? Right? It starts here, right here, and using my currency in positive ways. Whew, deep breath. I think the best thing that we can do together here in this time that we have, and thank you so much for being here with me. We create a force field here, and we amplify unconditional love and learn how to apply that in our lives. Empowerment, personal empowerment, and supporting the empowerment of others. That's what my goal is, and that's what my mission is. And that brings me great joy and a deep level of humility because I know we can do this better. I know that we can, no matter what's happened. So, what I'd like to do today, right now, is to have all of us get into our center, be with ourselves in the most powerful, strongest way possible. There's more life force available to you right now, greater access to you. You are here. The big you is here, right here. Oh, there we go. Do you feel that my hands go out? We pop out of any restrictions, projections, traumas, and we're here. I'll drop into that kind of present state. There we go. All right, so however you're experiencing this for yourself, how do you see the field around you, the force field of light? Feel, hear, see, experience. And if you don't, just begin to use your imagination in creative ways and pretend like you can see it or know it or sense it, right? Don't make this hard. This is a game we're playing here. We're in the video game of life on Earth. So let's play. Okay, so I'm hoping that you have a very strong feeling of source right now, whatever that means to you, whatever your definition is, however you label it, and hopefully it's unlimited. And what I'm going to invite you to do here is so my hands are out, they're extended from my body, left and right. This is the whole of you, representing the whole of you, infinite. There you go. Now take some breaths. In holy union, communion, religious terms, and also very spiritual, it's energy, frequency. So that pure energy, breathe with it in your physical body, every cell, and just relax a bit and let that energy get stronger. Focus on that God essence being stronger, more access for you. And breathe all the way into your belly, your whole body. Your belly's expanding as you breathe in and is contracting as you breathe out. Woo, this is fun. Energetics are very strong here. A lot of potentiality for you to have more access to the true you. Okay, and from this state, what we're going to do is we'll use a lot of different terms here. So pick the one that resonates with you. Clearing, calibrating, recreating, upshifting, alchemizing, coming into true alignment. So we're going to do that through all the fields of you. So if you extend your arms out left and right, feel that God presence, focus on it, breathe with it, strong, it's very strong, relaxed, very kind and loving, compassionate, so pure. And bring your hands in and just intend that all your fields get aligned, calibrated. You release what no longer resonates with these higher vibrational frequencies. Just bring your hands in slowly. And if you need to stop somewhere, do. And allow that pure creational essence to work its magic on your behalf, whatever needs to happen. You can change out templates, you can upgrade your physical structure, you can change your DNA. All these things are possible. And you don't have to make it happen. You allow it to be. And you stay out of your own way. Any limitations where you think you can't be more you, have greater access, you let those go now. Okay, so my hands are coming in. They're probably a little bit wider than shoulder width, coming in towards, and this is 360 degrees all the way around me dimensionally. And so for yourself, allow yourself to be more you, more whole and healed. Continue to use your breath. Your breath circulates that life force energy. And I'm guided right now just to kind of hold my hands out in front of me, kind of right in front of my lungs, which covers my lungs, the whole heart area, the sacred heart area, the physical heart area, the lungs, and all the organs now are getting an infusion of light, we can say. That's one way we can describe it. An upgrade is another way. Whoo, it's very strong. See if you can relax your body a little bit. I'm feeling a lot of tension in the shoulders and in the spine, the scapula, back of the ribs. And allow your breath to circulate that life force energy without your lower mind needing to get involved. You're allowing yourself to be a much stronger version of you, overriding any old programs, dissolving any energetics that are no longer supportive to the highest version of you, the best version of you that's possible right now. With such love and such compassion, allow any trauma patterns to dissolve now. All the love that is available to you right now. Use your breath and to be present. Be present to whatever you're feeling right now with such love. Okay, I'm moving my hands. Do what you want. You could put your hands on your body somewhere that might need a little extra support. My hands are just burning up. I've got them on my belly and they are just burning up with pure frequency. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to do a more global intention right now where we are going to do invite you to join me. I'm going to invite you to join me in releasing any patterning anywhere on our beloved earth that is not based in unconditional love. And we do this in the most divine, appropriate way possible, not forcing what's ready to be released, transformed, alchemized, and sent back to source in and through unconditional love. What we ask for ourselves, we ask for all. So great healing, a great holding, peace, prosperity, and love for all, compassion. Whew, these 20 minutes are going fast these days. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening today. And please stay in this state and be in this state as much as appropriate for you to have greater access to you, so we can live more purely with ourselves, see ourselves as we are, not from the old projections or conditioning, and the same for others. So much love. Blessings. Please like, please share. Till next time.